What is going on, guys? Welcome back to For Misery Gaming, and today, guys, we are here to bring you a big discussion video today on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And today we are going to be pretty much going over, are your gems and are your power of the credit card worth it to go after the newest box set, Crimson Kingdom? And to be sure, if you guys want to skip to the end of the video without my review, the short answer is yes. This set is probably one of the most beneficial sets to buy from. There are certain, obviously, staple cards you do want, like Aura to Charge, Mirror Wall, things like that from other sets. But this set as a whole gives you so much value between vanilla beaters, tribute monsters, and defining archetype cards. And today we're going to be going over some of the brief super rares and the ultra rares. So, first off, we're going to start off with Knight of the Red Lotus. And I will skip some cards if they aren't really too relevant in the meta to where I feel it doesn't really make sense to go over them at the moment. But Knight of the Red Lotus, this guy basically, if you have exactly 3 normal monsters in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand by removing two normal monsters from play from your graveyard, and then once per turn you can select and special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster from your graveyard. So he's insanely good. He is very good in an Aura to Charge deck. I guess you could technically even run him in Harpies, even though he won't get the pump. So, probably not in Harpies, but a Venus-style deck where you can instantly bring out your Shining Balls, and then you could even use them both to tribute to bring this guy out, and then you could use him to then bring him back and then Aura to Charge. So, you could play Venus, get your 2 Shining Balls out, maybe use 1 Aura to Charge to kill the creature that your opponent summons, and then still bring this guy out, and then bring back Shining Ball with another Aura to Charge. So, he has a lot of really good application in the Venus deck, I feel. He's going to be a great card, definitely for you guys to pick up. So, now we have Vampire Lord. Vampire Lord, from pretty much everyone knows what this guy does. So, he basically takes out spell cards and trap cards. So, any kind of a niche deck. So, say if it's a deck that relies like heavily on triple Econ or triple Aura to Charge, you know, select spell, and they got to start discarding those. And if they don't run a lot of different types of spell cards, then they're basically going to lose their win con. So, and then also, this guy is an Aura to Charge built-in defense, because if he gets Aura to Charged or Econ or anything like that, well, not Econ really, but if he gets Aura to Charged or Soul Exchanged, he basically will always come back during the next standby phase, and he's a 2000 beater, still decently statted, you know, and once we get like I feel once like Bones comes into this game, Bones from the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, if he gets, like, the field spell that boosts zombies, this guy's going to be really good. Giving that extra 200 will really help this guy out. You know, he will be able to take out Gravekeeper's Chief, you know, things like that. So, the next guy is his best friend, Gozuki. So, this guy is a 1700 4-star zombie beater, just great, you know, statted well, very solid. And then he has the ability to send any zombie monster you have in your deck to your graveyard once per turn. So, fill your deck up with your Red Eyes, with your Vampire Lord, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then his other effect, when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can banish, and it doesn't have to be through battle, so that is important. If he gets Aura to Charge, you can still trigger his effect. You can banish 1 zombie monster other than himself, and special summon 1 zombie monster from your hand. So, say you put in a zombie monster that's, you know, like even like something double cost on or something like that, and then you can remove your double cost on, summon for free your Vampire Lord from your hand. So lots of really great application for him there, since he does fulfill his other ability with his first ability. So it's really awesome card, definitely for sure. This card I'm going to kind of skip, just because while it is a good searchable effect, I just don't want to really go into him yet. He basically just searched for a light monster, so but we'll go into him another time. So Psychic Borg. So Psychic is trying to get some support. I do definitely want to play around with the Psychic deck. I believe I have all of the other super rare from, I believe it was from Chaotic Compliance was the other set we had some Psychics in. But he's really good because he's a permanent Bazoo. So you can remove up to 2 monsters to give himself 500 attack per Psychic monster. Permanently. So, you know, I wish this guy was like a zombie, because then he would be broken with Gozuka, but I can understand why they wouldn't do that. But, so, I mean, already, if you can get, if maybe you have him in your hand and you have another Psychic monster you just let die, bring him out, he's a 2000 beater, even if you just get 1, and then you can, you know, slowly but surely keep increasing that over time. So you can use cards like Divine Wrath to negate effects to fulfill the requirement of that, or even Wonder Balloons from Ultimate Rising to abuse his effect. I haven't really looked too much into the archetype for Psychic, so I don't know if there's a better card to use with him, but he's a great standalone card for sure. Red Eyes Wyvern, this is probably the most sought after ultra rare, maybe outside of Vampire Lord, but he's definitely one of the go-to cards. He's a 4-star beater that will get pumped from Peak Performance, so he will be a 2000 if you run Kaiba, and his effect is a built-in Red Eyes Spirit. So basically, if you don't summon a monster for the turn, you know, banish him, and then you get a Red Eyes Black Dragon. You can also use the Zombie Dragon with him to do that as well. The only downside is I believe the new spell card that draws 2 for Red Eyes has to be a level 7, so I don't think you can tribute him in response to that. But you still can use him to fuel Vanguard. So you can discard him with Vanguard, and then you can discard a Red Eyes the next turn, pump your Vanguard up to like a 2400. Then when your Vanguard dies, you can bring back a Red Eyes, and then if that Red Eyes dies again, then you can use this guy to bring him back. So it's basically like, it's a very good combo using Vanguard, this, and Red Eyes Black Dragon. So very awesome card, definitely sought after. This guy, not much to say, 1850 beater. He's the strongest 4-star vanilla in the game. So another great tool for the Order to charge decks to use. Names has been officially replaced. Buster Blader Dragon Destroyer, he is an amazing card if you play against dragons. So this card is completely dependent on the meta. So if the dragons are a huge thing in the meta, if these Red Eyes decks start coming up and more Kaibaman decks coming up, he will be a great card. The great thing about him being a fusion is you don't have to rely on him. He's not the focus of your deck because you have other things to do. But I am going to be interested to make a Buster Blader branch deck using this and Dark Paladin. So it'll be very interesting. I do need a couple more copies of this and Dark Paladin through. I'm going to be definitely buying a lot more of this set. If you guys can see, I have almost 6,000 gems to be dumping more into this set, and I have gotten 1 copy of all the Ultras so far. But at any rate, this monster cannot attack directly, but he does piercing damage and gains 1,000 attack for every dragon your opponent on the field and in the graveyard. So he gets to obscene numbers very fast against a dragon-based deck. And he also forces all dragons into defense position, and they can't activate their effects. So he does stop Vanguard. So I think he might even stop like the combos with like Red Eyes Wyvern. So like I said, it depends on the meta, because obviously this guy is not going to be any useful against Harpies, against Gravekeepers, things like that. He'll just get probably killed, and he can't. You know, he can only do piercing. So Gravekeepers will just keep the field open until they can use Oracle or Soul Exchange it. So like I said, he's a very situational card, but he is still really cool, and I think he will see play every now and then. So at any rate, it doesn't hurt to have him in your fusion deck. No downfall to that. Alright, so the next one, Dark Paladin. This guy is very similar. He is a magic jammer on a stick, so you discard any card from your hand to negate the activation spell card and destroy it, and then he gets 500 attack, just like Buster Blader, for every dragon in each player's graveyard or field. So we know Dark Magician will be getting limited soon. We don't know when, but this will hurt a little bit of playability of this card. Obviously, we have fusion substitutes like Creeping Mold, the Witch, and then the other green creature. You guys, they're mostly from the card trader, so or leveling up. So you can use the substitutions for Dark Magician, and there are obviously basically six Buster Bladers. This is the OG, and then the super rare, which we'll get into in a little bit. All right. And the last card, a very clutch card, Soul Resurrection. Definitely giving the love for vanilla. This card basically special summons. We finally have a special summon trap card or spell card that isn't a huge cost, like paying 1,500 life points or multiple, scenarios. This is just take one defense position, so you can bring your Blue Eyes back, you can bring your Red Eyes Black Dragon back. So lots of good things. You can bring anything back just to use it on OTC. So another awesome card. And we're only going to a couple of super rares, but definitely this Buster Blader one to go for. Obviously, he's used for the fusions. He only gets to name while he's in play or in graveyard. So if you want to fuse him, he has to be in play. But he's another target for 3-star demotion, of course. And basically, his effect is once per turn, or whenever a card you destroy a card with a monster with this card, he basically can attach it and equip it to this card, and then you can remove it from play during your turn to destroy all monsters your opponent controls as the same type as the card. So very good against archetype creature decks like Gravekeepers, Harpies, things like that. Obviously, you have Venus deck, not so much, because I believe they have a bunch of different typings, but still can be useful. Alright, so then the next one we have is Edamon. So this card can be special summoned by removing 6 spell counters from Magic Citadel. And then, if so in this way, you can bring a spell card back to your graveyard. And then its other effect is, once per turn, you can discard a spell card and target one card in the field and destroy it. So he's, he basically can get rid of anything by discarding spell cards. So obviously you want to run a very spell-heavy deck with this card. So it's funny, Dark Paladin actually counters this card very well, obviously, because you can negate... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I'm completely... No. Scratch that. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, wow. It's so bad to say on camera. Anyway, he's a very good card. It's just to see how... obviously, he is a double tribute, so you don't have to do that. But he is another good target for 3-star demotion. You know, depending on the meta and what you play against. But obviously, they're going to have to use some kind of card to beat you. So this card can be very good as well for 3-star demotion, I feel. But at any rate, he's a very good spellcaster. You know, can get pumped with Yami to be a 2900 beater with Power of Dark. So still a very good card. Red Eye Zombie. You can tribute summon this monster in attack position by tributing any one zombie monster. So basically, he can be a 1 tribute monster. 2400, 2000, just like Red Eyes. And when you destroy a zombie monster, bring it to your side of the field. There is a combo in this. You guys have watched the trailer. So I don't know how often you're going to be able to do that kind of combo using all the zombie support. But regardless, he's a zombie you can put into play with Gozuka. You know, you can use like him and Vampire Lord are probably 2 of the prime tribute monsters you're going to be running in zombies. So both are good to get on the field. Regardless, he's a 2400 beater at the end of the day. And then this card's actually really awesome. So if you play a power deck, you can run that 4-star 1850 beater. And if you have both in your opening hand, basically what this guy does is you can special summon him when you do when you have one. You can if you control a fire monster, special summon this card, and then you have to kill a fire monster. So if you have this and the new 1850 beater in the opening hand, obviously play the 1850 beater, special summon this guy. It has to kill your 1850 beater, but then every standby phase you get a fire token, and then every time you sack a fire monster until the end of turn, he gets 500 attack. So he fuels himself to basically be a 2700 beater, and you can possibly put him out in turn 1. So that's a pretty awesome card. Dark General Fiend. Now, the only problem with these 2 cards is you actually can't use the new level 5 summon card because it says they cannot be special summoned. So you do have to do a tribute. Just wanted to correct Jurassic Impact's video he did earlier today on that. And, but basically, during, alright, so, negate, okay, so negate any spell effects that target a face-up dark monster you control. So he's proof of Econ, Soul Exchange, Order Charge, all the meta-defining cards that people use in every deck. So he's an awesome card. Outside of Relinquish, he's going to be pretty hard to deal with, outside of monster effects, obviously. And then during your draw phase, instead of conducting a normal draw, you can add 1 level 4 dark monster from your deck to your hand. So you can search for level 4 dark monsters, obviously, to support him. That's pretty cool. And Freed matches General. He's basically the same thing, but for light monsters, I believe. Level 4... Oh, no, just Warrior. So any level 4 or Warrior. So he's it for Warriors. So he has the same effect of when a Warrior monster, I believe, is... negate any effects that would target... Oh, so he only works on this card, where this guy works on any dark monster. Okay, so I would say Dark General Freed is a lot better because he can only negate himself. Right. Okay. Speedbird. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can target 2 level 2 monsters from your graveyard, special summon to their hand. So summon with their effects are negated. I can't remember if Shining Ball is a level 1 or level 2. If Shining Ball is level 2. Then it can be good because this guy can die and you can bring back 2 Shining Balls and you can do some shenanigans with that. Feast of the Wild, target 2 level 5 warrior type monsters and from your hand or graveyard and special summon them. Effects are negated the rest of the turn and they cannot attack. So, have to see what other targets there are for this. I'm not going to go through the archives right now and try to see what cards there are, but still a good card overall. Citadel, you guys saw this from the earlier support. Each time a spell card is activated, place 1 spell counter on this. If a card of this spell card is destroyed, place its counters on this card. Okay, so that's kind of cool. And then if you would activate a card by removing a spell counters from your side of the field, you can remove that many spell counters from this card instead. If this card would be destroyed, you can remove 1 spell counter from this card instead. So pretty cool, because it can save itself from being destroyed, and it combos with other cards in your deck. Obviously, this is an Archetype deck, so you wouldn't use this in anything but that. Divine Sword, I'm kind of pretty much skipped that. I don't see that card really see much play, and we're returning a live Out of Warrior from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah. And then this is a replacement for Reinforcements. 700 attack, so just a simple power creep on Reinforcements. And then we get into the rares. And the only other notable rares, so obviously Buster Blader, we all know what he does. He's in this set. And then we also have, this guy is a 4-star 1800 beater. So another vanilla 1800 beater. So lots of vanilla 1800 beaters. There really isn't a reason to run Jerry Beans Man or Word and Gruffer in the vanilla decks anymore. And then we have one other normal, I believe I wanted to bring up real fast for the Dino Sport. Yeah, this guy. So here we go. 1700 guy that is a dinosaur. So he will be a 2000 with Rex. You know, that deck does come back. But in short, guys, you guys have seen these cards. This set is very, very good. I am dumping all of my saved gems on this set. I've done all the sales already. And the only unfortunate thing is a lot of these good cards are ultra rares. A lot of them you need 3 of, because there's a lot of 4-star cards where you need 3 of. So that's the only issue with this set. But it's an amazing set. My personal vote is go hard for this set. If you guys got the gems, if you guys got the credit card, credit power the credit card, as always we say on this channel. So, but until then, guys, I hope you guys all enjoy my review. Awesome set, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Please do subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Like, comment down below. Comment what you guys think about this set. If you guys have different opinions, good or bad, interested to hear them all, of course. And until then, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.